right, boys. New style of video today. All right, and look, I know a lot of you are thinking with the title, we are not getting divorced, but
no.
A Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber made a video saying that I got divorced over Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, guys, it's
Bruh.
a topic. We're newlyweds. We've been doing this for 6 years. Oh no, we've been together for 6
Exactly.
years. And then I don't know. I thought we could put some input.
Yeah, I feel like we have really good input here because one, again, like Jen said, we just got married. At the start of the relationship, like we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh, played Yu-Gi-Oh.
We're weebs.
And we started the channel together. So moral of the story, find you a good woman who's into the same things that you are into because it's gonna matter.
Yeah.
Clearly.
No, hobbies and similarities really do matter. It really does.
Yeah, so comment down below if you guys like videos like this because like there are a lot of things on the Yu-Gi-Oh sphere that are reactable to.
Oh yeah.
A lot of things, and we always kind of just do it in our own time.
Oh, and also we just kind of do it on, like, I guess you kind of do it on stream.
On stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, this dude has 100,000 subscribers.
Yes.
He's been a YouTuber since 2009.
Oh, he's an OG.
And he just got divorced over Yu-Gi-Oh.
So
let's get straight into it.
It's a live reaction.
It's
we
a
have
live
not
reaction.
watched this.
We've not seen this yet.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I need to say this. Let me just say it straight out the way. I am no longer married, and I'm divorced.
Okay.
This is not what this video is about, but there's
It's not?
something that you guys need to know.
Wait, hold on. It's not about this. It's got to be. It has to be. It has to be.
It's a major life-changing event for him.
For sure. Oh, no, for sure.
That divorce is not a laughing matter.
Oh,
it's
definitely
really
not. It's expensive, and it tears you apart there, mate.
No, it does. It really does.
When I met this woman,
Oh, start from the beginning.
and I told her about my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, she hated it. She didn't like it.
Sorry, I
Why are you laughing?
it's. I mean,
Why are you laughing?
bro, is that not a red flag? If you met a girl and you go, like, if I met you, right, and I go,
Yes, we
yo,
met, yeah.
I go, Jen,
Yeah.
I really love Yu-Gi-Oh, and you go, nah, fuck that.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that on our first date.
All right, but let's just say you hated it, right?
Well, I mean,
I'd be like, at that point, I would question it like, okay, if I can't do the thing that I really enjoy with the person that I want to really enjoy with, then, there's only one or two options, right? Either stop the thing that you're doing or stop meeting the person that you're meeting.
well, I mean, how about this? Like, I like, I'm gonna put up something there. Like, I like beauty and makeup, right?
Sure.
That's a very big part of my life.
And I love beauty and makeup.
No, but I would never tell you, like, hey, you want to put some lipstick on?
Well, that'd be a little weird if you did that.
I know, but I'm saying, like, you don't gotta partake in it. You just gotta support it. Like, support your partner.
Okay.
You gotta support your partner.
She said that, hey, you can do something better with your life. You should go back to school. So you know what I did back in 2016?
Okay.
17, 16?
Okay.
I said, you know what? Maybe she's right.
No.
And you know what I did? I sold all my equipment. I sold my YouTube channel. I sold all my camera stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. Maybe it's time for me to do something better with my life.
Okay, so a couple things there. One, how do you shut down a YouTube channel?
No, he sold his YouTube channel.
Oh, he sold his YouTube
said
channel.
He sold his YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sold the equipment, sold the YouTube channel.
That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, like the equipment is very expensive.
Oh yeah, again, we don't know what he was using, but
Right.
I'm sure he had a lot
Like
of
just some
equipment.
good stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like the camera you guys are watching us from, it's like $5,000, right? And like we have this whole elaborate setup.
I mean, it seems like he invested a lot. Like this was his heart and soul.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He had everything, so I'm sure like it had some monetary value, and he.
I mean, look.
His lady and went back to school.
Yeah, I mean, good on him though. Like, good on him.
Yeah.
Like he valued the touch of a real woman over the touch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
See, that's what I'm saying. He was supportive of his partner's decision to tell him, hey, do something.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like, there's nothing wrong with her wanting him to do something better with his life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, if it comes from a good heart.
Right. Yeah. As long as it's not something like malicious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the thing that I'm doing, like if I'm a YouTuber and I'm making a lot of money as a YouTuber, then
well, we don't know that situation.
yeah, well, we don't know the situation, but like if we're making enough, then the more we water that plant, the bigger it will grow.
Well, I'm gonna be really honest. Like,
Sure.
If we were renting in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And like, we had all this, and you told me, hey, Jen, I just made $5, but I'll be like, babe, maybe we'll put that as a side gig. Maybe you should go back to
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like, so far, like, we're only a minute into the video, but I'm not really sure. Like, so far, like, it sounds like a normal relationship.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
man talk.
let's let him talk, though. Let him talk.
Not knowing that at that time, what I had was very special.
Oh.
At that time, something that I chose to do,
Yes.
YouTube, I had something going on. Even though I had some drama and stuff going on before, and I shut down my channel a few times, I had something.
First of all, hey.
Okay, now he shut down.
Yeah, look, YouTuber advice. Write this down. If you get into drama, capitalize on that for the extra views. I promise. It works every time.
Well, I mean, clearly he's been doing it for a while.
But it seems like he's very on and off with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing about YouTube is consistency.
Yeah.
Just
He
post
said-
consistent.
Hey, he said he had some drama.
Yeah, but how
We
bad
don't-
could it have been? Comment
It
down
could
below
be
if you know what it
bad.
is.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Or bro,
yeah,
if you're watching
yeah.
this video, like, the original poster, if you're OP, let me know in the comments what that drama was, bro.
Yeah.
That I completely gave up. I gave it up because someone said, hey, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. You got to do something better with your life.
Who said that?
There's got to be something more for your life. And I sold all my stuff for a woman. And she's no longer here. And this
That's
problem
way too-
persists. She told me at that time, hey, you want to meet my mother? You need a car. Because I didn't have a car at the time. I was doing YouTube. I was working from home. I didn't need to drive anywhere.
Okay.
Yes, YouTube is what I did for a living. It's how I paid my bills. And I was street performing also.
Oh.
Okay, so
Okay.
so
he had.
his main source of income was YouTube and being a street
Performing,
performer.
yeah.
So I mean, again, like, there's nothing so far.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm looking at it from the girl's POV, there's really nothing wrong. Like, if I'm like, yo, you need a vehicle,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, I tell this to Jen all the time,
I need a vehicle.
right? Like, I was like, bro, you gotta drive, because like,
No. That's a little different. His lady at the time told him, hey, I want to introduce you to my mom, but if you got a car, I can't do that. My mom's gonna like shame me or something for my man not having a car. That's where she's coming from. Not the fact that you're telling me to drive. That's gonna help our life, which I do drive now. I do.
yeah, I mean, I gotta keep watching it.
We're 2 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta keep watching.
Oh, can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
That couch looks hella huge. I don't know.
Yeah, that couch does look big, or he's very small.
That couch looks so big. I'm sorry.
Bro,
Sorry.
he's going through a tough time.
I'm sorry. It just looks so big.
That's fair.
Yeah,
All right.
anyways, it is.
How did I street perform? I just catch the bus 20 minutes down the street,
Oh,
played my horn, went home. I never needed a car. But when I met this woman, you have to go back to school. You have to exercise. You have to get your degree. You have to do something better with your life.
Okay, but like, again, maybe I'm just like,
Maybe we should just watch everything.
yeah, but hold on. I mean, okay, so like, if I told somebody like, hey, you should go back to school, you should actually, get in better shape. Well, what else was it? It was exercise, get a job or whatever.
Oh my God, we just watched it and we.
Yeah, but like, it just feels like she's literally telling him to just kind of like get your life together, right? Because like, I'm just like, I mean, what's wrong with you telling me, yo, Susu, you gained too much weight? I think like for your health, you should exercise.
Oh, no, I do, but again,
know?
we don't know what the tone was.
Right, because like,
right?
I mean, if she was like, oh, you not sexy, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
attracted to
there
you,
you go.
like that's a little
Yeah,
different. But if
yeah.
she's like, hey, like,
I know, because I know a lot of couples that go through this, like, personally.
absolutely.
Like, there's a, in the couple that dynamic, the lady would see her man, and her man's not making enough money, and be like, hey, like, but then in the situation that I know, that she's like, yo, I want a Chanel bag. You gotta get a job.
Yeah, that's
give
the
me a
thing.
sh-"
Like,
But
we don't know her side of
That's
the
what I'm
story,
saying,
right? Like,
so,
we don't know her
yeah.
side. If she was just genuinely just being like, hey, I want you to just be healthier. And I mean, like, if we can make a little bit more money, like a little bit more money,
Yeah.
because like, like even for us, like we're twice the size of him in terms of like channel size,
Yeah.
and like like I know generally like how much people make per like 1,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, if and I'm sure she knew that because obviously when you're married, you understand each other's finances. Hopefully.
I mean, we don't even know if they were married at this point. She could have just been his.
Well, I mean, regardless. But regardless, I feel like, like.
Oh no, you should be honest with your finances.
You should be honest with your finances for sure. But I mean, let's see where this goes.
Even though I explained to her, this is what I chose to do. A woman comes in your life and try to tell you the plan that you chose for your life is wrong. And out of love, I choose to say, you know what? Maybe she's right. And I took a chance. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give this up completely. Like for good.
Okay.
Sold the channel to Jobber. Sold all my stuff. Tried to go back to school multiple times.
Okay.
There's some.
How do you go back to school multiple times?
I don't want to say that I can't finish school, but it certainly feels like I can't. I don't know what it.
So I think he meant, because for me too, I went back to school multiple times because I wanted to change my major. At the time my family was struggling, so I kind of had to drop out of school and kind of work full time, and then I went back to school. I mean, if he means in that way, or it's either academically, like I just couldn't handle it. We don't know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It just because like even the way he said it, he was like, "Oh, a woman came into my life and told me that I couldn't do this," right? Like he chose to be with this person.
Yes.
Right? Like these are the choices that he made.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And like, here's the thing about choices, guys. If you make a choice, you got to live with that choice.
Yeah.
I chose to get married to Jen. Right? Well, we made the decision together. I can't just be like, I want to marry you. You have to say yes, right? Like, it's a consensual thing.
It's okay. You're sexy. You're fine.
Thank you. But like, yeah, I mean, like, just kind of the way he put it, it's like, oh, she came into my life. She told me what I couldn't do. But like, that's not how that really works, right? Like, they met.
Yeah.
They met together. It's not like she just came at him.
Literally.
Unless she did. I don't know. Yeah. Unless she did. But,
again, there's always two sides of the
story.
Always.
But it is. And every time I talk to people, they just think that everything I say is just an excuse. You are a grown man. You are an adult. You can do it. It's like no one can see it from my perspective. It's like I am always wrong.
But what is your perspective?
When I study, what I do? I fall asleep. What do they say? Hey, you're lazy. You're procrastinating. You're choosing not to do this. And I'm like, that's gotta be something wrong with me. When it comes to school, studying, and staying on task and staying focused, I just can't do it.
Okay, now we're kind of getting into territory of is this kind of like a, like.
So, I mean, his only excuse was that like he couldn't do the schoolwork because he fell asleep.
I don't know if he's just giving examples. I mean, because there are people who genuinely have a hard time paying attention and they have medical intervention for it. I don't know if he means.
But he didn't say that. He didn't say I have ADHD.
So I don't know. Yeah. So
or whatever.
I don't know.
Like the way he said it, like, oh, I can't do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stay on task.
Some people are like that. I mean, like my sister, for example, she wasn't the most academic bright student in class. Like
neither was I. In high school, we had 151 students. I graduated at 149. 149
but you didn't try.
In high school.
You tried in at least in nursing school.
Right, I tried. Yeah. That's exactly my point.
Oh, so
like
you're saying
I also had issues paying attention in class.
Okay, sure.
I would always act out.
Yeah.
I spent half of senior year in school suspension.
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
For fighting, for drinking, and doing all these other things, right? Like, and then I tried.
Yeah.
I made an effort to do it.
Yes.
I made an effort to study. I made an effort to do the things that I had to do to start my life in the career. And I got to the career, decided I didn't like it, and I switched careers to YouTube.
I mean, again, he just started, telling us about this chapter.
Yeah,
we don't know if he tried.
I don't know. Like low key, like I don't know. Let's see.
And I try, and I go back to school, and I pay all this money, and I pay all this money, and I pay all this money, and I fail, and I fail, and I fail, and I fail.
So try something different.
Music. has always been there for me, and I've always been great at it.
Amen, brother. Me too.
People say that, hey, they try to test me. They say, hey, you know music, right? You know this person? No. You know this person? No. You know this person? No. Well, how are you a musician? I also hear people say to me, hey, what key is this in? I say, I don't know. Like, well, they say, well, how are you playing? How are you a musician?
Huh?
How do you play so well? I am not the type of person who is book smart or knowledgeable. I don't know things, but I know how to do things. I know how to do things physically in a creative way. I'm not the type of person who retains things and hold on to things, who can read a book and then take a test, pass it, and go on. That's not me. I am a creative-minded person. Anything that involves creativity, I can do, at least to some degree, where people are like, wow, you do it so well. You ever thought about going to school? No, I tried. It doesn't work. So, this is all tying together.
Okay.
I met the parents. They asked me, hey, what do you do for a living? I had to tell them I am a musician. I couldn't tell them I was a street musician. I am a musician. Then they said, hey, you have a degree? I said, I don't have a degree. My ex-wife parents did not speak to me for 2 years.
Oh, okay. So that was a lot to unpack.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, that was a lot to unpack. I mean, so let's start backwards, right? So, I mean, like, listen, I had my fair share of tough girlfriends' parents, too. You know what I'm saying?
Are we starting from there, or are we starting from the whole when he said, like, he's not a person who retains information by reading books and stuff?
Sure. We can start there, too. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not very book smart either. Like I went to school. I went to school for nursing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And luckily for nursing, like, critical thinking is, like, way more helpful than being book smart.
So does he just mean, like, hey, I just wasn't book smart, you know, I just couldn't get into it academically?
No, I mean, because he said he couldn't, like, retain the information.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, like, look, I'm a dumbass, bro. Like, I'll be quite honest with you. But, like, I'm just like him. Like, I'm really good at everything that I do, right?
Like creativity,
like music and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very good at what I do.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the difference is, like, when I'm passionate about something, like, I will go all in on it, right? Like, I remember I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. So I taught myself how to play the guitar, but I also taught myself music theory. And if somebody asked me, yo, what key is this in? I'd be like, it's probably in the key of D or C sharp or whatever it may be.
Okay.
Like, you know, like, having the ability to do so. But I truly feel like you're not truly good at what you do unless you can teach that same thing to somebody else, right? Like, if I can't teach you how to play the guitar, like, if you ask me, oh, how do I hold a C chord?
Yeah.
And I you know, and then all I do is I place your fingers on the guitar. Yeah. Like, I'm not really teaching you anything.
Oh,
right?
I'm kind of like just mimicking, like, your
But if I tell you,
I'm not learning anything,
right? But if I'm like, yeah, Jen, if you look at the guitar, like, here are the notes on the guitar. These 3 notes make up the C chord.
Yeah.
And then, okay, this is how you grab the C chord, right? Because at that point, you understand everything about the C chord, and I understand it enough to teach you, you know, how to do so. Yeah. And that's with everything, right?
Well, I guess, like, again, he was in the other end where, like, you know, he was just good at doing it for himself, not maybe the greatest teacher, or like just retaining that information, not learning about, like, maybe like the back, like, you know, music theory, about like chords and like everything. Again, we don't know this guy. We don't know how his personality is.
Yeah, like, look. Like, everyone learns at different speeds. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I fully understand that. Like, and some people are visual learners. Some people are, like, experienced learners.
So maybe he's, like, more of a visual learner.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, if like, even with, like, editing, like, editing YouTube videos, I had to teach myself how to edit YouTube videos and be good enough to teach somebody else, which I did. Yeah. Right? And the same thing with cooking. I tell you how to hold a knife, why to hold it that way. Yeah. Right? Why to use this ingredient? Why to use that ingredient? If it's too spicy, use this ingredient to neutralize the spice, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I feel like at some level you have to be adequate enough to, or rather good enough. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I mean, at the end of the day, again, like, I don't know his musical background. I don't know any of that. But
we don't know him at all. So
I don't know this dude at all. But like, I play the guitar, piano, most percussions, most wind. And at that point, like, you understand music theory. I didn't go to Juilliard. I didn't go to any music school. I literally sat down, taught myself how to play these instruments and understand music theory and understand what actions I was performing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Well, I'm the opposite.
At that point, you're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, that's just my POV.
Yeah.
I feel like, if you're not doing that, like, it's just a hobby for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But like I said, I'm the more opposite side. I am like pretty like, in school academically, I actually did very well. I am pretty like book smart. Like if I read a book, I retain the information. That's why I love history so much. But I'm bad at like critical thinking and like doing. So I'm kind of I'm the opposite end. So again, two different POVs. But
yeah, and again, like, and how he said like, oh, her parents didn't talk to me for 2 years.
Oh, because
I didn't have a degree.
Yeah.
Like here's my thing. Like, I don't know how old this guy is. But
we don't know.
But he looks like about as old as I am. Right? I'm 33 now. And I have a nursing degree. I have multiple licenses for personal training, phlebotomy, and all these things, right? And I did these things so that one day I could, support not only myself, but a family, right? And Jen's having a baby soon. We just got married. To me, I'll be quite honest with you. There's nothing wrong for if I was a father, right? And Jen has a daughter.
We have a daughter.
We have a daughter, right? And our daughter brings home a dude.
Yeah.
I would want the best for my daughter.
Oh yeah.
I see nothing wrong with her parents not talking to him for 2 years. There's frankly, I see nothing wrong with that because I would want my daughter to have a good life.
Well, now he's like, you're speaking from an actual father point of view because you're a soon-to-be dad.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I would want my daughter to have a better life than I did. And if me being, I'm technically like, I'm basically this guy, right? YouTuber, musician. Like I can categorize myself in that category, right? Because I play almost every instrument ever made, and I'm a YouTuber, right? And if I went to your parents and I wasn't doing very well for myself, and let's say I didn't have a degree, I would feel no type of way if your parents didn't like me.
Oh, you wouldn't?
I would not feel any type of way because I understand that I got to be somewhere, right, to be able to take care of another human being.
Yeah.
If I can barely take care of myself and then I was dating someone and their parents didn't like me, I would completely understand why, and I would try to make the necessary changes if this girl was worth it. If this girl was worth it.
That's a different one too. If she's worth it.
I would make the necessary changes to do so. Like,
but again,
like him being butthurt about, they didn't talk to me for 2 years. I mean, that's their right. That's their daughter, right? Like you can't, like I'm getting heated right now, but like you can't weaponize that and try to use that against why all of this happened.
I just want to say one quick thing though. Like I know he mentioned like the whole degree thing just because he'd have a degree.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a degree doesn't make a person.
Oh, absolutely
but, like,
not.
If let's say you came up to my parents and you were like, hey, like I have a very successful e-commerce, I have a very successful like business ahead of me, like I have goals in life, then my parents would be like, oh yeah, they don't care about a degree. A degree's a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And told her not to marry me because I don't have a degree. What sense does that make?
I mean, again, just to reiterate, because they don't think that he can take care of their daughter.
That's really it.
I promise you, there was no other reason other than that as to why they said that. I can guarantee it. I can literally guarantee it.
So I give up this YouTube thing. I give up my entrepreneurial thing. I try to do something that's not innately a part of my strengths at all because I'm thinking I'm in love to do something for somebody to prove something. And this continues on through the marriage. She says, hey, you need to find a hobby. I'm like, oh, let me play Yu-Gi-Oh again. So last year, I start my channel up again. I buy my channel back from Java. Like, oh, she gave me the okay to go into a hobby.
Okay.
You know what she said? You're spending too much time playing those cards. It's either the cards or me. She literally said that. I'm like, you just said I need a hobby. I get into a.
So number one, in relationships, write this down. Ultimatums rarely work. I promise you. And okay, so now we're kind of seeing it, right? So
now they're in the married phase.
Yeah. So he did what she asked.
Yes.
And then she saw that like he was doing it, and then she told him he needed a hobby. He went back to Yu-Gi-Oh and starting YouTube and
started the YouTube again,
buying back his YouTube channel. And then she didn't like that.
Yes.
So at that point, if I was in his situation, if I got to where exactly halfway through the video, right, I'd be like, then what the fuck is it that you want me to do?
Right.
Right? Because that would be my next logical step, right? And again, there's no biases. I don't know him. I don't know her. I don't know fuck all. I'm just talking from, our life experiences.
Yes.
But like if Jen hit me with that, if she was like, yeah, Minsu, you should go to the gym because you're getting fat. And then I go to the gym and she goes, oh, you should stop going to the gym because now you're too sexy.
I don't know. So something atrocious, right?
It's like something ridiculous like that. I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A hobby, and now you said I'm doing it too much. What is it? What do I do? She says, why are you into those cards so much? I said, hey, I need to make a video about something. And I haven't played this card game for 2 years, on and off. How can I make a video for my subscribers about something I have no knowledge of?
True.
Yeah, yes. No. Yeah.
And I try to explain it to her, but she don't get it. She thinks it's just cards you pick up and you just play, like Uno.
Well, again, you can't fault her for that. She doesn't know Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like,
well, to her, like, it just looks like he's wasting his time, like he's playing with toys, like,
right.
To her.
Again, but guys, you can't fault people for something they have no idea about, right? It's either you take the energy to explain it to them, right? Because like we go through this all the time too. I'm like, Jen, we're a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. That means you have to be like halfway decent at the game, so that people aren't, one, flaming you because you suck at it, but two, they're not flaming you because you suck at it, and they think that the only reason that you do suck at it is because you're a girl, right? Because I always tell them, I'm like, yo, prove these fucking dumbasses wrong. Just like win a YCS, tell everyone to suck your dick, and let's move on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? But again, like, he can't be mad at her for not understanding what it is that he's doing, because unless he truly explained it to her and showed her from start to finish,
like,
that's a different story. But we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know.
Uno, it's not that way. Every 3 months, a new set come out, new stuff come out. I can't make a video about something if I don't know.
Exactly, and I say that all the time.
I can't start my channel back up and just start making videos. I have to be in it. I have to learn about it and learn what's going on.
True.
So, she hated those cards. She literally cried because of those cards. And people say, hey, priorities, man. It's your wife, or, you gotta do what you gotta do. But then I'll be back at that point where I'm giving up things that I like, things that's a part of my life, for someone else to feel happy. And I feel miserable in the process. I'm sitting there watching all these YouTubers come out and make videos and do all this stuff. They're traveling. I'm like, that's what I used to do. I love that. I miss that. Why can't she come along with my journey instead of scrutinizing me?
Well, number one, we get this question a lot for couples.
Yeah.
You can't force, like, I can't, I'm just going to give a weird example.
Sure.
Like, you know how I love watching HGTV?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't like it, right? You tell me, why am I watching that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to, like it or something. But, like, we have other similarities and hobbies that thankfully we work together with. But, yeah, I mean, again, you got to find someone that has that hobby and supports you. And I didn't really like the way he kind of said, like, why do I basically have to give up my happiness for my wife? And, like, they're watching get married in the first place. Like,
I mean,
you should never feel that. Like, when Minsu's like, I don't know, like, Jen, like, don't put on eyeliner anymore. But if I love him so much, and, like, I wouldn't feel any type of way, like, giving that up for him. Like, that's what I'm saying. You should have that dynamic.
Yeah, like every relationship is give and take, right? Like, there's no such thing as a perfect marriage or a perfect relationship. No. There will always be something that you don't like about that person, but you have to. The whole point of being in a relationship is to understand that, like, you have to love the good while at the same time you love the bad.
Yeah.
If it's a destructive habit, like, let's say I do heroin every day, right? I'm just addicted to heroin. Yeah. At that point, if you stepped in and you said,
hey, babe, this does not look good. This is not good for you.
This is not good for you. We're gonna go to the hospital. Get you a psychiatrist, a therapist, or whatever. then sure. I think that takes more love than being like, it's the heroin or it's me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And again,
never,
and heroin is a crazy example
Yeah.
because this is Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? Like if Jen was like, look, the YouTube channel can't pay for our bills anymore. We have to do something else. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, okay, let's go get jobs and post videos whenever we can.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a normal. That would be the normal way to approach it. Not be like secretly be so miserable, right?
Or is it me or that? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the approach that he's taking is very like I can see why it's frustrating for him. Like, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
I can see why it's frustrating for him. But like, I feel like the approach is wrong. Like, he's approaching it from like a victim standpoint where this is a relationship that you chose to be in.
Oh, especially husband and wife.
A husband and wife. Yeah. Like, talk to your girl the best you can. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he did. Like, we don't know, right? We're just reacting to it. Maybe he did. Maybe like 2 seconds from now, maybe he'll say he did. But like, I feel like the moment there's a breakdown in communication in a relationship, that relationship is going to start breaking. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And then that's money gone from me. It's not about the money, but that was money gone from me. Then street performing. I said to her, hey, I don't want to move away from Baltimore.
Okay.
You may be thinking, why? That's where my home base is. My gigs, my performances, everything. Keep in mind, I didn't have a job. Like, when I say I don't have a job, like a real job. A real job is, going in 9 to 5.
Being a YouTuber is a real job,
over
bro.
10 years. It was YouTube and playing my horn. That's how I paid all my bills.
Amen. Good
So
for you,
when we
bro.
got married and we moved out to Baltimore to somewhere else that I didn't want to be, she said, hey, how come you're not paying the bills? And I was like, what? I have a job. I have a 9 to 5 job. I don't make enough from this 9 to 5 job to pay all these bills. Before then, I could street perform.
Wait, hold on. I'm very confused.
Right. So what he needed to, I feel like what he needs to clarify is if she had a job.
Oh no, it's not even that. Like now it's like, so he did what she asked him to, right?
Right.
Okay, now we know that he even moved.
Right. He moved out of home base.
Home base, basically. Like he moved wherever she wanted to. How about
Right.
that? He got a normal 9 to 5. Apparently that wasn't paying
enough to pay all the bills.
Yeah, it was paying less than what he was making, I guess.
Okay.
And like, I don't know. And then she was like, oh yeah, get a hobby. So he's like starting up his YouTube channel again. Like, I'm just trying to see like the timeline. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what the financial situation was.
Yeah, I'm sure it all happened at the same time.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I feel like he needs to clarify, we were both working.
Or like if she was like a stay-at-home
or she
wife.
wasn't working and only he was working. I feel like, again, like we don't know enough to like condemn anyone, and that's not the point of this video. We're not trying to condemn somebody here.
We're just
reacting to it, but at the same time, I feel like he's leaving a lot of things, a lot of information out. If what his goal is for people to sympathize with him and condemn his wife, again, we don't know, or ex-wife rather.
I don't know.
We don't know that, but I feel like there's just like maybe not enough information.
For me, in YouTube, I made enough money off of that to pay the bills. Now I'm working 9 to 5 all day long, and that's not a complaint, because there are people who do that.
Well,
but
most of the world does
that most people wish they had. Most people wish they can go out, make some money, pay their bills, and have all day off. That was a gift.
It is.
That was something that I had. Now, you can take this video as me complaining, crying, I messed up. It is all of that. It is true. I am complaining. I am hurt. I made some mistakes. I did some dumb things. And you're right. It is my fault. I chose to sell my channel. I chose to give up this thing, not realizing, say, you know what? This is my YouTube channel. This is my life. You can't come into my life and dictate to me and tell me what's better for me because you don't see it from my perspective.
Okay, now we're going back to that whole thing.
Yeah,
like coming
I mean,
into
again,
my life,
again, like you came into each other's lives, right? Let's let's like define that.
Oh, and also
Jen just didn't walk into my life and all of a sudden I'm married now, right? We had a dating phase where I got to learn about her. We moved in together. I got to meet the family. I got to meet her friends and vice versa, right?
Oh yeah, same thing. I met his
she
family,
met my family.
Again, oh, it's not even that. Now I'm like just questioning. I think this was all again where I'm only basing it off this video. I do not know these people. It was like a communication thing because now he's saying now they're struggling to pay the bills because he has a regular 9 to 5 that don't pay enough. And while he was doing YouTube and performing, he did make enough to pay bills and stuff. So now I'm just like, why couldn't you relate that to your wife? Hey, I make more money this way than versus me spending all this money to go back to school.
Yeah, exactly. Where was that?
Yeah, where was this
that?
Communication?
If Jen was like, Susu, you got to get a job. YouTube is a fake job. And I showed her my bank account and she goes, YouTube is a real job.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's communicating.
Right.
Yeah, it's communicating.
Or I could show Jen and I'd be like, yeah, I make $500 off of YouTube every month. And then she'd be like, okay, that's definitely not enough.
Yeah, we need to think about something else.
Right. Well, you can definitely keep doing YouTube if you love to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's where she messed up because he was like, oh, I messed up because these are the choices that I made. You're not wrong, bro. You consciously made those decisions. You live with those decisions, right? You don't get to blame anyone for that. But she also made those decisions as well. Now,
again, we don't know if she was working too.
Correct. And obviously,
or wife.
Watching this video, it just makes you want to just say to yourself, oh, this woman doesn't understand. She don't love him. She's selfish. Obviously, that's kind of he wants people to sympathize with him, and I do. I truly do, because I think the one thing in life that is so hard to fucking find is true fucking love. Someone who truly understands you for who you are, who lets you be who you want to be, and is willing to support you throughout the highs and the lows.
And are you chilling?
We're married, obviously. We're married.
Are you chilling?
Yeah, and obviously, Jen and I, we haven't hit the lows yet. We've been just kind of boop, 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 boop. And
oh no, we've hit lows emotionally.
Emotionally,
Hell
emotionally,
yeah, of course.
Financially, we made a lot of smart decisions, right? Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's allowed to cry about it. He's allowed to vent about it.
And I also want to point out, I don't think men get a lot of sympathy. It's always the
woman, Men never get sympathy.
God,
exactly.
What a bad man.
Exactly.
He didn't. No. I sympathize. Especially men. Kudos to you out there. Heartbreaks are real, man.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, heartbreaks are real.
For sure.
He also opened up to me too. You had heartbreaks.
Yeah, all the time.
I broke your heart once too. I remember.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't cheat on me or nothing.
No.
It
was a whole. That's another thing. But it's men don't get that sympathy.
Yeah. So I'm really trying to
Oh hell yeah.
I'm trying to see it from his POV, and I do because I've been there. I've been there. You know
yeah.
I've been there.
He's been there.
And then get mad at me when I lose all of those things that I can't do, and I can't do what you think I should do. I've never been that way. It's you're trying to tell me to walk or run a lap or a race with no legs.
No.
Okay.
I don't like that because he got legs. He's just choosing not to do the running, right? He looks like your average dude, just like me, right? He's just I'm an average dude, right? He just seems like your average dude.
You're an average dude with a lot of muscle.
Yeah, I feel like most people have the tools to get the job done. I truly believe that. I feel like most people, 99 of the population, has the potential for greatness. You just have to strive for greatness.
Oh no, to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you guys. When Susu and I hit the lows, it's basically when I'm being pretty lazy and I'm not getting my stuff done. But again, he tells me all the time, Jen, there's so much potential in you. I'm not some genius that popped out.
Right.
Everyone has the potential to do something. You gotta try it. I think it's just that laziness and stubborn. Stubborn's a big thing too.
Yeah. But for him, from what he's saying, his point of view is she's asking me to run without having legs.
Basically do the impossible.
Right, to do the impossible, but again, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
There are dudes with no legs that run faster than me on their hands.
Well, it's not even that. Again, what she, I don't know, and the point of view would be her point of view, it's if she was, again, asking Like, hun, you gotta be rich enough to buy me a Chanel bag every single week.
Right.
That's
right.
impossible.
Right. If she would like become a millionaire
Yes.
tomorrow,
that is
yes.
impossible.
I mean, I'm sure there are ways you can do that, but like, you know,
but it's not.
Like, it's not feasible,
can't
right?
do that.
It's not feasible.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like,
I mean, the woman.
Like like the way he said it, like she's making me telling me to run without legs. I mean, you got the legs, bro. Like, you know you got the legs. Everyone watching know you got the legs. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me to do something that I innately just cannot do. And when I say I can't do that, it's just an excuse. So I'm moving out.
Good for you.
In 2 weeks, I'll be moving out. I'll have
choice.
my own place again.
Okay.
I'm starting my life over. And you guys know I couldn't make videos when in the house. The only time I can make YouTube videos is when she's gone. And you might be thinking, oh, why is that? She would come in here from her room and say, hey, you're too loud. Hey, I'm trying to read. I'm like, wait, what?
Damn, get some fucking headphones. You don't know what headphones are? Invest some headphones. I got your back, bro. I don't know what his name is, but I got your back. Bro, like there are times where like Jen would be watching some like, I don't know, some stupid drama thing, some movie she's watched for the millionth time. Yeah. I'd be like, all right, I'm just go upstairs, put some headphones on, and just do my own thing.
Well, no, that's each of our alone times. I have my alone time on the couch, and you have your alone time with the boys. Like, that sounds really wrong, but like you have your gaming nights.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is where I sympathize with him a little bit, where I'm like, bro, tell her to get some noise canceling headphones. You know what I'm saying? Or if Jen really was like, Minsu, stop filming, stop yelling at the camera, I would be like, here are some earbuds. Happy birthday.
I gotta talk. I gotta make a video.
Or do ASMR, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm disturbing her.
Dramatic pause, dramatic pause, dramatic pause, dramatic pause, dramatic
And
pause.
yes, I'm venting and I'm ranting. If you stayed this long, thank you.
Hey, you're
If
welcome.
You didn't,
Yeah.
it's okay. But I needed to get this off my chest because it was brewing.
Oh, you do.
I am deeply hurt.
Yeah.
And I hurt myself. I don't blame her at all.
Don't do that.
Everything that I've chosen to do is because I wanted to do it.
Okay.
I wanted to make someone happy. I thought I can be that person for.
No,
I
do sympathize.
Yeah, like he did everything she asked.
Yeah.
And she still wasn't happy. Fuck her then.
There you go.
Like, fuck her, right? I mean, what else can you do? Like, I'm telling you, yo, us guys, because I know a lot of you watching are guys, bro, we get shit on so much for everything. Like, oh, why are you not tall enough? Why your dick not big enough? Why are you balding? Why do you not make $10,000 a month? Why,
oh yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah.
Fucking, like, why are you not a crazy rich Asian? Like, why I can't get my hair did, my nails did? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. We don't.
I talk like this.
Like, we don't get enough motherfucking credit out here for what we do and what we provide. Like, and luckily, like, Jen sees and understands what has been provided to her, and I understand what she is providing for me. I get to be myself. I get to do shit inside the house that you would never catch me doing outside, like some stupid dance. Or some, or, you know,
he does a lot of butt jiggles.
You know, or if I'm jiggling my ass and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone else, and I thought I can do it. I thought I can get away from YouTube and Yu-Gi-Oh and street performing. I thought I can go back to school and pass and get a real job and make some good money to pay all my bills. I thought I could be that man who could do those things.
Okay.
But the truth is, I have special gifts and talents that other people wish they had to be able to pay and make money and do things in ways people wish they could. It's ironic, isn't it? It's ironic that I wish that I can go to school and work a 9-to-5 job all day long and pay all my bills.
But you just spent the video saying how you didn't want to do that though, right? Because like he literally said he's doing that for her, and it made him miserable.
Yes.
So it's not ironic because he already stated that he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this irony is coming from, because like if anything, it's a contradiction. It's not ironic. He's just contradicting himself.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll do our last minute things after the video's over. Yeah.
It's ironic that I want to do what people hate to do. They
Some
hate
people
to
love
go in
working
and
9 to 5
live
though.
a mundane life.
Yeah.
They hate that.
See, yo, my mom works from 9 to 5. My mom's life is not mundane whatsoever.
Oh, her life.
My mom is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And most of the population work a 9 to 5 or something, or they work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
To call that mundane, I feel like is a huge disrespect to everybody in the workforce. When I was working as a nurse, I worked 12 to 15 hour shifts, right? And my life was not mundane at all.
Oh, yeah.
I would literally wake up at 4:30 in the morning, come home at 7:30 p.m., right? That's 15 hours. And then I would eat, and I would from 8 p.m. to 12 in the morning, I would see my private clients for personal training.
Well, you would also work out
And then I would also work out.
and like game for a bit, and then you went
And
to bed.
I went to bed
Yeah.
at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I had work back to back, I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Which is insane.
Right? To call that a mundane life, I think it's a slap. I think it's a slap in the face. I feel like that's mad disrespectful because being a YouTuber isn't some unmundane thing. If anything, I would say being a YouTuber is way more mundane than being a worker who works 9 to 5. Because being a YouTuber, I film a video, and then what do I do for the rest of the day? Nothing. That by definition is a mundane thing.
Well, yeah, for me too. Like when I used to work in the office,
Yeah.
in the dental office, like honestly, I loved it. I loved my coworkers. Like I loved like being able to be to my coworkers. Oh my God, complain about the day, like
Yeah.
complain about a boss, and they were like, "You want to go grab a drink? You want to go have some dinner?" Like
That's what I'm saying.
It was a nice life. Yeah.
I feel like that was a whack statement, bro.
And they want to have their own business. They want to make their own money. They want to have their free time. I had that. Literally, I would work 3 hours a day, and have enough at the end of the month to pay all my bills and do whatever I need and travel. But that wasn't good enough for the person I was with. It wasn't secured enough.
It's definitely not secure, I'll tell you that much.
What if you didn't make enough was the question.
That's a valid question.
That
is
is
a
a
valid
valid-
question. Bro, back like last year, bro, like on YouTube, we made, I think like it was a really good month for us. We made like $12,000
Oh, it was
on
a
YouTube.
good month.
And then the month right after, we made like 4,000.
Oh no, we're not.
And then I was literally like, I got shook. I got fucking shook.
Yeah.
Her asking him that is not an invalid question. That's really valid.
Again, as a wife.
Right, as a
Especially
wife.
As a wife.
That's valid, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, and also-
that's valid.
Just like one other quick thing. I know you kept saying like, oh yeah, my other friends or like other people who work, these mundane 9 to 5 jobs, like they don't got free time, they want to do this. We have friends that work 9 to 5 jobs, that
exactly.
go on vacations, like, that have
Right.
free time, like,
Right.
and they have a side gig.
Exactly.
So I don't know, man. I feel like he's kind of, again, my only reaction. YouTube's not some unless you're Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
That's like a whole like.
if you're making
show.
100,000
Yeah.
views every video,
Yes.
bro, go nuts. Because
Yeah.
you're at that point you're making like 30 bands a month.
Yeah.
If you're doing 100K plus views a month, at the lowest you'll be doing like 15 G's. At the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like I've also had some thoughts too. Like while we're doing the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
we're like, oh my God, like we would have a really good month.
Yeah.
We would have a really bad month.
And then
like,
and then I would be like to her, be like, yo, hey, well, you should get a job.
Oh,
we,
no.
we gotta get some jobs, bro.
Yeah. And, and sometimes I wish, maybe going back to our normal jobs is like
Yeah, nothing
better.
wrong with that either.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing mundane about it.
No.
What about medical bills? What about this? What about that? What about retirement? What about all the stuff?
Those are valid
That
questions.
was a very valid question.
'Cause, YouTubers don't have medical insurance. Just FYI, it's private.
Oh, yeah.
I truly want to do YouTube full time.
Then fucking do it,
Not for
bro.
a living. Yes, money comes along with it. And yes, my channel is dead. But I'll do it as a hobby because I like doing it and I can't give it up.
Okay.
Wait, but he literally just said he was doing it because the money was better than working the 9 to 5.
Well, right. Well, no. But then he also said my YouTube channel is dead right now because he hasn't been posting, so he kind of has to start from the ground up.
Right, so then just-
and he also has his like street performing gigs. And
Right,
stuff,
so then just work part-time, like work a 9 to 5, 3 days out of the week, and then rebuild your channel the other 4.
Again, we don't know if he's doing that. We don't know.
I've made a video about not giving up before. I said I would never give up. I just can't. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I enjoy being with my friends and doing those things.
Yes,
yeah. Nothing
Even
wrong
at
with
this
that.
age, even 15 years later. I'm done. Thanks for watching. You can leave a comment. Tell me. I will. I'm stuttering. If you guys did not know, I have a speech impediment. Some of you guys say, hey, why you stutter? Why you sound like Bill Cosby? I have a speech impediment. I never told you guys that. Just realized that.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I'm gone.
Okay. Lot to unpack. Just our last minute thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I get his POV.
Oh, I get his POV too.
know
Like,
what I'm saying?
if I was with a man like that says like, Jen, you can't build Gundams, like, or if I had a huge ass Gundam channel and I was liking it, he's like, yeah, I can't introduce you to my parent. I can't be like, yeah, she just builds Gundams for a living. Like, what the hell?
Bro, but if you bought me a Lamborghini, though,
Oh.
and I rolled up in the Lamborghini and
Well,
I
how
said,
about that?
hey, yo, she bought me that Lamborghini. You know.
No. If I bought your
Bro, my mom
your-
loved your broke ass. It don't matter, bro.
No,
But,
not even that. Like, if I bought your folks a freaking Rolex, and I'm like, yo, I built Gundams, but I could afford you guys Rolexes and
Yeah.
Chanel bags. And
Yeah.
Again, money is not the end all
Yeah,
be all.
yeah, exactly. Money is not the end all be all. But
Yeah.
again, like, I think his issue in his
Yes.
marriage, and again, I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm just a homie. Like, he didn't find. I feel like he didn't do the due diligence in sort of interrogating the person that he was going to marry. Like, it took me 6 years to propose to Jen because I needed that time to understand
Yes.
who she was as a person,
Yes.
where her potentials were, can she take care of me, right? It's, like, because everyone's like, oh, you got to be the provider, the protector, the attacker, the lover, the romance, whatever, right? But, like, all I need to know is, like, is she right for me? And it took me 6 years for me to be able to tell inside Susu to be like, yes, Jen is that person for you. Like, even if we're broke one day, I feel like she's willing to do what she needs to do to get it done. And, that's why we're here today, like, because I did
that's
my
fine.
due diligence.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
and again, for those of you out there, like, you can't also fault anyone because, like, in the beginning, I was like, why are we taking so long? Why can't he just tell me, like, hey, I see myself marrying you. Hey, I don't see yourself. I
Yeah.
don't see myself marrying. So no. In the beginning, I was like, dang, am I just in this relationship just to be in it?
Right.
But and that's why in the middle I was like questioning our relationship. But again, I understood who he was as a person. I understood, okay, this is just how he mentally functions and thinks. Like,
Yeah.
and I love him. I gotta accept him for that. So I waited. Obviously, if it took you 20 years, then I would be like, hey, what be going on? But but again, and also like he also mentioned like medical bills and stuff. Yeah, we don't get insurance.
Yeah, that's
through
what I'm
YouTube.
saying.
And with the baby coming, do you guys know how expensive medical bills
That's
are?
what I'm
So
saying.
yeah, I understand from the woman's perspective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you work a 9 to 5, they provide you insurance. As basic as it may be, they give you dental, vision. and full medical
Yeah,
insurance,
but it's
right?
still some sort of insurance to cover you guys. Do you guys know how much the hospital bill is after you
Yeah,
give birth?
bro, it's crazy.
Insane.
It's crazy.
So,
So
I understand.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The woman's point of view. I
Absolutely.
totally understand. Yeah.
again, and that's why, like, it's perfect for us to react to this, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, like, if I was a woman and I was his wife, I would like to think that everything I'm asking of him is extremely valid.
Yeah.
Can you provide for a family one day? Because, once you get married, you're a family now, right? Can you provide for this family? If you're going to be doing YouTube, how are you getting medical insurance? How are you getting, where are your benefits? There's no benefits of doing YouTube.
Can we pay our bills?
Right, can you pay the bills, right? Because, like, it just seems like he was like, I like doing YouTube because it allows me to have more free time.
Yeah. Anyways, like doing YouTube, honestly, like I said, sometimes I do kind of wish we would go back to our 9 to 5 because, yo, guys, if content creating on YouTube, this is not like rainbows and unicorns where
sure,
like
it's not
we
easy.
just we get like a check like in our bank account. Like no, like if we don't work, we
Exactly.
don't get paid.
Exactly.
And it's again, this is a lot more work.
It is. Well,
And
I mean, it's
being
a lot.
creative.
It's the same amount of work.
Oh yes.
It's the same amount of work. It's just different work, right?
Yeah.
And
And-
if you guys saw a weird transition, our SD card
Oh, yeah.
got full. That's why there's a weird transition there. But yeah. So I mean, like, again, like YouTube.
You understand the man.
Yeah,
the
like,
guy's
I understand
point
where
of
he's coming from. And and if you made it to the end of this video, like comment down below, like what you thought of the video. Obviously, try to approach it without any biases. And if you guys made it to the end, bro, use code SUSU10 at BAP.store for some big ass plushies, all right?
Yeah.
And we're having a huge Black Friday sale if you made it to the end. Make sure you guys are on that.
Win the raffle. Spend 100. You got to enter into a raffle.
Up until like the second week of Christmas. Or second week of December.
Second week of Christmas.
Christmas is 2 weeks, baby.
Yeah, so probably by the end of this week or next week.
Yeah. So if you spend $100 on our website, you'll be entered to win a Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon plus a mystery box. All right. So a longer video. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be this long.
Hey, it's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic.
So
if you guys enjoyed it, slap that like. If you guys are excited for other videos, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you next time. Peace.